Surely not. They must be very well aware that Boom would have had reinforcements come in now. Or are they? FBZ gonna start onto our Grimstroke. Skem. Cautious about that tag team. He does not have Blink Strike, he does have Dagger, and that tag team will do a lot of damage, but Hyde is the first one to go down, and now it's all kinds of chaos. They're still trying for Skem, they will get him, but they'll lose FBZ in the process, and even Kescute now on Boom Esports falling very, very low. JG has another power shot up, and will not connect it. Nice side step out from Kescute. 2-for-1 trade for Neon Esports.
Yeah, it's fantastic time for Neon, finding that early aggression, making it pay off. Boom, overstepping their bounds just a bit, overestimating the damage they can pump out. You gotta respect the timing. Avalanche in a wide area like that, a lot of heroes just drop very low at this point in the game.
True. Look, we're gonna have an aggressive tri-lane up against tri-lane here down this bot lane, at least for now. Playhard, he doesn't have the level 1 toss yet, as he did go for that avalanche, so you don't have the greatest ways of getting someone out of position. He's very close to hitting that level 2 mark, and they do start with the dagger on Hyde. Hyde, where are you running, sir? He really wanted that range creep, and he gets it, but it's going to cost him his life, and Playhard's just going to chase it down. Not sure if that was very worthwhile.
Definitely not. Giving out these early levels to tri-lane only makes it work out. Like, they're finding the EXP because of these kills. Look at FBZ. He's got a solo lane. He's still level 1, about to hit 2. This is not a good sign. You've got 2 level 2 heroes down bot. Got even Playhard's going to hit level 2 at a good time. They're just going to have a little bit of a spike ahead of Boom, and 3-1, not a good idea. Even ignoring this lane.
They were stacking the creep wave. That was the play from our Chen. Speaking of FBZ, got fairly low, but will be able to survive thanks to the stick charges he did have. But it seems like the play from our Chen was to stack the creep wave. Unfortunately, Neon Esports were aware that that was happening, and they stacked their own creep wave. So now you've got a double creep wave that essentially Skem should be able to just freely farm up. We'll see if Boom can get anything out of this.
You've got to be really cautious, Boom. Once you start to fall behind, the Chen can feel really hard to bounce back in. And
top lane, John. He's tried to pop the wind run. Kescute blocking him off, but eventually he does get out. No, a great chance, but he will eat the tree. Be fine.
Yeah, and this top lane is a lot less action. JG is solo, so the Wind Ranger is going to have a lot of EXP as long as they can maintain that range. Kescute on point, but at least keeping that distance up.
Bot lane, FBZ dropping again. They're not running the tri-lane up against Neon Esports anymore, but the problem is Neon is continuing their own tri-lane. So FBZ just can't lane any longer.
Oh yeah, it's a messy time. Your Beastmaster is lagging behind, your Chen is going to have to start jungling. You're going to have to start stacking those camps up as a catch-up. And FBZ, he has to be content with just finding EXP. That's all he can hope for now. He is still level 2. Skem's at 3. John Yuel's at 3. There is nothing you're going to get from this lane if you show your face. Just soak that EXP. Hope your Chen gets that space to stack camps, and you hope the other lanes are going well. You look at mid. Your Paj up against Mikado, Earth Spirit against Void Spirit. Really even so far, but Mikado is finding more last hits. You are lagging behind there for your Paj in terms of farm, but it's really going to be level 6 that sets the pace. Mikado is going to have a big spike, and he might be able to go for a kill opportunity. Paj has to be aware of that, and kind of just watch that timer as well.
Absolutely. Paj looking for that power rune. He does have the advantage because he does have rolling boulder, and it is going to be bot anyway, so he gets a nice double damage for himself now. And this is one thing for Boom Esports. You don't want to allow them to just fight 1v1 over these power runes at the 4-minute mark, because the Earth Spirit will always win prior to that level 6 mark. You can't really leave Makoto alone like that to secure the power rune on his own.
It gets a bit...
Skem finding another on FBZ. Now Hyde is going down. Kescute pops the tag team, trying to help out, but there was no chance. Another double for Skem, and that's going to make it so it's a 6-1 at 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, fantastic start for Neon. Really good bounce back. Boom isn't too far behind in terms of farm though. Just a 1k advantage for Neon in that end, so they're still finding ways of farming up. They're still finding ways of keeping up in terms of class hits. A lot of that is going to be on Dreamosaur. The 1v1 lane for JG hasn't been slowing down the Lifestealer, but you're going to be glad slowing down the Beast. The Beastmaster is really what sets the tempo for a team. He's the one that split pushes. He's the one that wants a fast Necronomicon. You're not seeing any of that lineup for FBZ.
Or not. FBZ again going to get going on, but no, there will be a rotation out this time to try and help, but it won't matter. Getting the kill onto Kezcute. Hyde needs to run. This bot lane is an absolute disaster for Boom Esports. It's just, I'm surprised they haven't given up on it yet.
They're still maintaining a presence, but I don't think you throw that many bodies. You just let FBZ handle it. If not FBZ, you'll let one of the supports soak up there while everyone else just plays in the jungle. You have a Chen, he can stack camps for you. You play catch up there. That should be the game plan. But when you give Neon this kind of start, look at Skem, level 5, top of the last hits board, top of net worth. He's gonna have a good time into the Desolator or Battle Fury if he wants. And a PA that gets super fast farm can melt heroes really early on.
Top lane, Dreamosaur still having a very nice time on the Lifestealer, but JG is having an even better time at bot lane. Yopaj is going to roll in onto Hyde. With the Ink Scroll there, it's a fair bit of damage, and now the Magnetize activated. Kezcute again trying to go in and help, but it is no good. He'll be the secondary. We've seen this over and over again. You can't run in like that. The tag team does nothing.
No, it's not. That early aggression you expect from this lineup not paying off. Like, you're not finding any room. Even up top, JG's brave enough to just completely dive Dreamosaur with his first focus fire. And Dreamosaur, he drops to half. So your lanes just aren't working out in your favor. You need to take a step back, farm in the jungle. And FBZ is starting on that jungle. You can't afford to bleed out with this. So they've got to play it smart, ward up those entrances, keep your core safe in the jungle, and try to bounce back. Just accept that the first 10 minutes are gone.
Gonna start grouping up towards that top lane. Makoto and Kezcute gonna be there. Oh, that JG is around on the Wind Ranger. Not a very easy kill. She does have level 2 Wind Run, so has plenty of potential to just run away. Of course, you can't really go after Yopaj anymore in the Earth Spirit either. He's got the double braces out already. So he is very, very tanky. You're gonna need at least 3 heroes if you want him. Gonna bring in 2. Makoto gonna try with an Astral Step, but Yopaj just rolls into him. Again, with those double braces, it is very, very hard to get through that HP pool.
Not going to be an easy target if Boom wants to get these rotations out. I'm not sure who's an easy target anymore. Even Skem is at level 7. You know, he's got the value point in Blur. Can be able to avoid some of that damage. Got the power treads. Can switch it to strength for a little bit more durability. He is going for the Battle Fury build. So I think that greed's going to pay off because there's just nothing from Boom. Like, he can actually afford to go for this route.
I mean, it makes sense as well, right? Because you are going into the Chen Beastmaster. Having that Battle Fury to clear out those creeps with one crit. Makoto, Astral stepping away, Yopaj, Boulder Smash. Connect. Let it go.
It's a close call. You can't really... Every single lane, Boom tries to come in. Neon is right there on their tails in mid.
Inkswell going to be out with the Boulder Smash, though Snowball will save the day for Kezcute. He'll try to turn around with Makoto now TPing, but he activates the Magnetize. And that'll force them back. Yopaj won't try to dive the tier 1 tower. We'll just accept the fact that he survives and he'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's could have been worse for Boom, so they're gonna take that. They're gonna be happy enough to have the Magnetize gone. They're still needing a lot of skills up. I think you want to wait for FBZ's Roar before you go for these rotations. You need 6 in your Beastmaster, which is so strange to say at 10 minutes in, but you need level 6 in your Beast before you can get anything done on the map. Just patience. And Boom is really pulling back. You know, they're playing on their side of the river. They're focused on the jungle. Just play that way. Neon, for their part, are maximizing that time to farm. You know, Scam's still having a wonderful time top of the leaderboard. JG is doing okay up top, keeping up with the form of Dreamocell.
See, he was looking for a roll. John Yapage is going to miss the roll, going back to the bounty. They are going to get started. Kezcute will get there with the tag team. He's still way too tanky. Meanwhile, Scam killing off Playhard, or rather Hyde. Playhard does go down to Makoto. Yapage still alive as Scam just going to jump in with a crit. FBZ getting saved by the snowball. Back into Scam. The Inkswell will kill him off. They're still chasing Yapage, but he is just too tanky to deal with right now. Makoto cannot finish the job. He's going to keep trying. He has another astral step in a few seconds. Kicked away. Oh no, Yapage takes it away. And they're going to roll back in onto him. Makoto, with the dissimulate, just wants to leave, but it looks like he is in danger. It's the 8th round, not going to lock down Scam, but he is critting quite often. Back with the dagger, gets another. Now the roll back in from Yapage. FBZ do not TP to that tier 1 tower, sir. He's going to go back after Yapage, but he's kicked away again. The dagger's flying out. Still chasing this Earth Spirit, but it is going to be no good. They'll have to settle for play hard, while Yapage will TP out right in front of him.
Oh man, Yapage just dancing on the Earth Spirit, styling around. And like a pool game to him, you know? It's like billiards, just knocking them all over into every hole. Boom Esports. What are you gonna do? 13-3, 4K lead. Scam is perfectly fine joining in. This is a PA with power treads, 2 wraith bands, and a claymore, and she's still doing a heck of a lot of damage out. You're gonna need to find a way to stop this bleeding, and it looks like the answer for them on Boom's side is to get a push going on that bot tier 1.
All gonna move in, roll out onto FBZ. They love going after this Beastmaster with the Inkswell and the Soulpine, and they are just gonna melt. They commit the roar, but it does nothing. Kezcute trying to help out, gets the infest off for the Lifestealer. Meanwhile, top lane, they'll lose their Chen. Hyde, he goes down solo to JG, and Yapage is still taunting them. He'll kick away the tusk. Oh, top lane JG, he could be in danger. Makoto is looking towards the Wind Ranger, but I honestly don't believe he has the damage output.
No, it's lacking right now. He's still level 9.
Still there. Infest is going to pop out. Yapage, he's out of boulders. Just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Could be in trouble now. Does have the roll up. Will roll back into them in the air. Gets tossed up by Playhard, but they do at least get Yapage. And now Scam could be in a spot of danger. Dream Missile, he's hitting hard.
The tower is under attack.
Be it. 5k net worth advantage for Neon.
Scam.
Oh, Scam, Makoto. Came in, cleans him up.
Oh man, he went into farm in that lane after seeing all the heroes there. A bit greedy for Scam. Good punishment from Boom. That's the 1 kill they're looking for. On top of that kill on Yapage, sets them up for that opportunity to push that bot tier 1 to even out the map control. They're gonna have that on for them at least. Doesn't look like Neon's going to be set to defend that. They find the objective. They get some gold injection back. 3k lead for Neon still, 16-5. 13 minutes in, they roll in.
Yeah, he's in trouble mid lane. Gets Inkswell up, and with the power shot flying through, Yapage is able to finish off the kill. But now Makoto just straight up shows himself with a great astral step into Playhard with the Soulbind, and Toss is there. Toss him back up. There goes Makoto. Yapage does also fall to Dreamocell, and it's basically Dreamocell against the world right now. There FBZ going back onto Scam with the snowball follow-up. Dreamocell on a triple. He'll go after the PA now, but Scam doesn't want to deal with him. Dreamocell is just way too farmed right now. With the rage, going back up, gets an ultra kill. Would love the rampage, but JG is already out of there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, Dreamocell, Johnny's putting his team on his back right now, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
So he's making it work.
Definitely is. That armlet just giving him a lot more durability and a lot more damage than you'd expect. Neon, they're still very keen to start these fights, but it's about time to start thinking about farming. You know, you need Scam to get that Battle Fury. As long as it's not built up, then he's not getting as much as you'd want him to. So take a step back, get some farm on your PA. The timing is now evened out because they spent so much time fighting. It's the 15-minute mark, so the timing of the Battle Fury is not going to be as amazing. Just get that done first, you know. Start building up there. Maybe wait out the MKB on JG, and then once you've got that, you're gravy. You can start jumping back in. You can start forcing these fights. Boom are looking a bit better. They've got the level 6 on Hyde. I believe he's flying out his mech. So the Chen is in action. The regen he brings, the sustain he brings is there. And that means that if you fight into Boom now, you might be in for a nasty surprise with how long it takes for them to die.
Hard. Smoked up with his team, gonna find Kescute. A lot of pings coming out. Dupage gonna be there with the Inkswell and the roll in, and that'll be Kescute gone. Can't even buy any time. He was silenced up. While top lane, however, JG in a spot of danger. Makoto. I know the Jackals are there with the focus fire, but he does get the range.
Your cause meets my
We're going to be careful for play hard now. Can't astral step at the moment, so Avalanche Toss going to be out, but Makoto going to find back still Yapage, trying to roll in. There's a roar out from FBZ now. They're looking to turn. Magnetize is activated, but Yapage, I don't believe he can do this by himself, or he can try it. He'll refresh the Magnetize once again, but here comes Dreamercell. He's the big problem, and they don't even need him yet. Makoto, he's on a triple, but it looks like Skem wants to try and fight back. No. He was hoping for a lucky crit on the dagger. Nice ward placement there from Kescute. And they're going to force a Roshan.
Ooh, that's a brave play from Boom, but they know that they're ahead. They want to maximize the momentum. Gonna be spotted easily though. Gotta be cautious in that tight area.
Smoke out. No. Love to get Skem first, and they just rush him. No, they'll go after John Uel. Oh, Boom, they are looking very scary now. Completely wiping out that net worth lead that Neon had. Avalanche. Gonna be there onto Hyde, but he is still alive. He just heals himself up. Back to the Roshan.
This is difficult. Neon just losing one by one. They could still try to force a rush. It's just falling way too fast for them to come in. Yapage could try for a roll.
Makoto going after that Wind Ranger once again, but will leave him be afterwards. They just want the Aegis. So we'll be able to take it on the Lifestealer now, and for Boom Esports, they're going to be very, very happy with the set of events that have just occurred.
Yeah, they turn around at lead, less than 1k. They've got the Aegis, they've got everything they could ask for on their heroes. And the damage is starting to pour in, the durability is there, the control is coming out, and Neon, you know, Skem has a Battle Fury, that's nice. He just needs to farm now, onto the Desolator. He needs to build into that. JG still has to finish up his MKB as well. Just lacks about 50 gold, but he's in a dicey spot here. Dreamercell's keeping an eye out.
JG gonna get open wounded. Do they have the snowball? They do. JG can't get out with the TP and has no choice but to go down. Did buy his FKB up beforehand. They tried to push the mid-tier 1 tower in time, but Dreamercell's gonna force a TP there as well. He's not willing to give any breathing room right now to Neon.
And that's the game plan. Like Neon, if they don't find these objectives fast, they don't get to reel that jungle in. If they don't get to reel that jungle in, Boom, they bounce back like this. They just stay there, they play patiently, they get the mid-tier 1 first, and they can start looking for more kills.
They won't find anything yet.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Hard. Dangerous here. He's almost got that blink up on the Tiny. It's a bit late and he's been forced to hold the Philosopher's Stone, but to try and get some passive gold up for himself. Are really starting to slow down the Neon. Hyde, and you get jumped here by Yapage. There's the Inkswell, but they just can't commit all the way as Makoto does TP in now. In fact, there's more in the back lines, but they do kill off Hyde with a power shot out from JG. Yapage still going, rolling back in onto Makoto. There's your Soulbind as well with an Inkswell to be committed. Is it going to be enough? It's a lot of damage for Dreamercell. He's just hitting too hard. A triple kill out for Dreamercell. he is really becoming the nightmare of Neon Esports, I tell you.
Oh, he definitely is. He's skipping the MKB. He doesn't even feel like he needs it up against that PA. He's going straight for the Basher. And Dreamo Cell, you said he was a nightmare. He hasn't died once, Mike. 10-0 so far. Massive streak on that guy. Fantastic plays here in game number 2. That net worth lead you had on Neon's end, less than 1k now, and they've got that Desolator and Schem. This might be the time to show that hand without a BKB though. With all the control and boom, could be a bit scary to commit fully into a fight here.
Got it.
Leads to riches.
Gonna group up as 4 again.
Bottom tower is under attack. Top tower is
You've got so much farm on Schem, it's just he can fight yet, and I think the BKB is exactly what he's gonna need first.
Dyer's
I just worry though,
under attack.
this Dreamsaw is getting close to that MKB. It's like, does it even matter if you have a BKB if
No.
Dreamsaw can just hit you?
No, it's not gonna matter much. Like, even with the BKB, you already have to worry about Roar, so that means someone on Neon will have to bait the Roar out first, which is a difficult proposition because PA kind of wants to jump in. And then, the fact that you lose your evasion, it's going to be difficult to maximize that PA here. Dreamosel just really playing at his cards right, switching out from Basher. That's what you want to see. Neon, for their part, they're grouped up top. But there's no one there. They do smoke up. They're going to try to walk in, but it's going to be intercepted.
There's Makoto, just jumps in after JG. They're going after JG, but the Soulbind is controlling up Makoto. There's FBZ out with the Roar, but they are melting to Schem's damage. Hyde, Makoto, and Kescute all down, and now FBZ being slowed up, and that'll be a double out for Schem. Why not just take the Chen creeps as well? The only person to survive was Dreamsoul, and he was not there.
That was a strange decision by Boom. Walking up there, playing as 4 without their lifestealer at this point in the game, like it is so strange because they already had a glimpse of Schem. They probably knew he had a Battle Fury. They knew if Neon would come out, that meant they had the Desolator. And that's when the PA can go kaboom, and you gotta respect the power of that PA. When you bounce back like this, it is massive. You need that MKB ASAP, and you need to be very careful with how you initiate these fights.
On the bright side, not really a bright side for Boom Esports. Yeah, the Aegis does expire. That's a bright side for Neon. Still, I guess one bright side for Boom Esports after that bad team fight is Makoto now has the Aghanim Scepter. So, you've got the double Resonant Pulse, you've got the double Silence. Would have loved in the last team fight. Kodo is going to make his way down south and see if he can find a nice little straggler, but nobody's going to be around.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Instead, Boom Esports, the rest of them will just group up in the mid lane and keep it pushed out. I do wonder whether there's going to be a point where Boom start to get a little bit concerned about how much damage Schem is dealing, because right now he is at the top of the net worth board.
Oh yeah.
There's still a PA where if you get a bit lucky with those crits, you never know how fast someone can get deleted.
It's only set to get worse once you get certain talents. Shoots massively. I'd say level 20. You know, armor corruption's nice. The MKB's there, so evasion's not amazing. But if you block off the creep damage, for example, at that point, you're just not going to get hit. You really need Dreamosel around. I'd say for Boom at this point, with a BKB in play from Schem, you're going to want a Heaven's Halberd to preemptively keep Schem in check. Issue is no one's really building up towards that, so there's no disarm here to stop that PA from just hitting away.
Dyer are scanning for enemies.
Invisibility.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold that triangle. Again, a 10-second BKB charge now. Very passive moment in this game. We're about to approach that 25-minute mark, and they should maybe see a bit of a scuttle over the bounty runes, but looks like Boom Esports are going to just secure the southern side of the map. There are pings coming out, however, now. Boom, they are starting to ping towards that Radiant Triangle. Do have such big items that came out on Boom that you'd expect that they want to take a fight.
Radiant's bottom tower
They will
is
eventually smoke up. To play hard on the Tiny. Play hard, still alive. Meanwhile, Dreamer Cell going straight after Yopaj. They do start with the Tiny going down. Now Dreamer Cell with the clumsy net holding him down. Yopaj in big, big trouble. Being aimed to lock him out as well. Yopaj, he does go down. Scam trying to fight back, does get Dreamer Cell. There's your life stealer gone, and Scam, that's a big crit out. Killing off Hyde, and now back onto FBZ.
Man. Oh no.
Not great news for Boom Esports.
They just got deleted, and Scam, it's the PA. You know, he gets the level 20 talent as well, armor corruption up, so a lot of minus armor, a lot of damage. BKB means you're not keeping him in check. You've got to commit the roar on PA. And no disarms, nothing like that. Scam just goes. This is when Boom should be very cautious. Their Lifestealer is not nearly tanky enough to contend up against that PA. You're just not getting it there.
Goes to tier 2 mid. He might even roll into Mikoto, but no, he does TP away. Emerson gonna work towards that Abyssal Blade now on that Lifestealer, just understanding he needs more lockdown through the BKB of Scam. They just can't afford to have him jumping around hitting whoever he wants. Team's gonna spot out a Roshan now. I think this Roshan's gonna be very, very important, and Mikoto does actually jump into Yopaj, but he's acting like an illusion. Does eventually realize it is the real one, and now they do catch him out. Well, it almost worked.
They get a nice kill. That's going to open up the Roche. You're not going to have to worry about the roll in. But Boom's still in a very awkward spot. They're still afraid of committing. Got them around. They smoked up here on Neon Sen.
Gem is the one to be afraid of here on the PA. Does see them with that blur. Power shot to keep up the vision of that Roshan. They know they can't afford to let it go down. It's very difficult though with Yopaj not having buyback, and now JG is going to get jumped by Mikoto. It gets absolutely deleted, and that's your Roshan gone. They can't contest it. Boom Esports. They'll get it to Dreamer Cell. Infest in straight away into Mikoto, and they're looking for more. They want another team fight immediately.
Got to press that advantage. They know Yopaj is gone. They know that Neon's going to be playing at the numbers disadvantage. They've got to widen it. There's still a 2K lead for Neon, but the momentum is feeling like it's back on Boom ID's end, Boom Esports end. They're starting to clump up. They need to make this Aegis pay off. If you've got Yopaj back up, there's the team fight factor to consider now. Have to be a bit cautious with that aggression.
Double damage rune down at that bot lane as well. And they are going to run into it now, and that's going to make things even better for Boom Esports, as Dreamer Soul looks like he'll just get the bottle and take it for himself. It's going to be a very, very scary Lifestealer in that next team fight.
It's still a bit of an issue against Scam. They are smoked up though. So they're gonna keep trying. They really want to find that pick off while they have the advantage here.
Scam. Get run in on like this. Luckily for him, JG's the one to break the smoke, and he just melts. Not even close for Dreamer Soul. They're gonna find another play hard. It's been caught, but they do buy back on JG. Might want to take this fight. Play hard will survive. Now Yopaj to roll in. They get the double soul bind off on both cores, but who is going? They're just tossing people into the team fight now. Play hard. I'm not sure about that one. JG. What was that?
That's 2 diebacks.
Yeah, but
I can tell you that, Mike.
was that an accident? What's the idea? Like, I'm gonna toss them in, and then we're gonna just jump in.
Slow on top. I really don't know, but they lose out a massive amount. Boom now has that 3K lead. They've still got the Aegis. They've still got a lot in their belt. They were playing without Skem as well. Like, I don't know why you force these fights without your strongest hero. You need a Skem in front. That's just the facts of the matter. That's just the state of the game. The PA is the star of the show. And for that punishment, boom, they set their sights onto the high ground.
Alright, well, I guess so. Without buybacks available on those 2 supports, it's not going to be too hard. Still got the Aegis cheese. Esports will take the first racks of the game.
Can't escape your sin.
Just going to back off. A very easy one.
Yeah, no contestation. Neon just playing it super safe. They know they have to deal with 2 lives here from Boom. You know they've got a lot of sustain. The Guardian Greaves are in play from Hyde. You know, along with a Hand of God, it is just way too much to kind of process. Now you've got this Blink on Kezcute, so the Tusk can come in for the saving snowball plays. It makes it much more difficult for Neon to find those openings. Just gets harder and harder here.
For enemies.
You really start to look to Skem. It's his show. He has to burst these heroes down. He goes all in on the Satanic. No buyback, and he's queuing up the Divine. They know the stakes. They know what needs to happen. That's just what Skem needs to do now.
I'm Rapier. Always a bit of fun. D. Dem won't bother going to the other side of the river. Play hard. We don't see those tosses in the next team fight.
Ooh.
Play.
Nah. Definitely not.
Esports, they're just controlling the map right now. I mean, they understand there's no rush. I mean, perhaps there is somewhat of a rush if they know there's a Divine coming on Skem. You get the Infest off on Makoto. On. Game is going to reveal himself mid. He is blurred, but they do ping him out. They know he's there.
The less than ideal time for Boom. Aegis is going to expire right about 5 seconds, so they're not going to be able to maximize that second life. At this point, because it's so close, just wait out the Abyssal. There's that Aegis, so wait for the Abyssal on Dreamwhistle. That lets you hammer into the heroes even better, even catch that PA out unattended, so just a bit more patience here for Boom. They don't have the Aegis, so there's nothing to use up. A bit of a patience game. Of course, you run the risk of just letting Neon farm to that Divine point Skem. He's been up there. In that word, our PA still hits like a truck. Always a bit worried about that instant dagger crit might come out later on.
Certainly so. Boom, just holding the high ground again. Trying to find the perfect position to try and make the jump in on Neon. There's your Abyssal Blade out. On Dreamer's Soul now. Gem still just casually working towards his own Divine Rapier. But they might just wait for the next Roshan play, Boom Esports.
Radiant's top barracks.
It's still not a very confident time. In fact, you look at the win probability right now, John, it's an even 50-50. It's it was dead even, now it's a 49-51. But it is still a very, very even game between these two. It's just not safe enough for Boom to feel confident for another high ground attempt, nor a big team fight.
And they're paying that respect towards Neon. What will set Boom up is maybe a pick-off if they find it, but they're not going to be able to. Neon, they're grouped up. They're the ones to try to hunt here.
Kezcute was almost caught out in the mid lane. quite yet. Play hard. They're going to find Makoto. He will dissimulate. Rolls not going to connect. And now he just jumps in with the impest onto JG and John Newell. They're both going down. Play hard now. Open winded up, but they are focusing on Skem, who is going on hide now. Skem with the BKB, finding one. Can he find any more? No, while Dreamer Cell's there, but he jumps into the back lines and clears out some Chen creeps. But now the control is upon him, and he is gone. Looks like they're going to find another in the form of Yopaj on the Earth Spirit. Play hard trying to help out, but he really can do nothing. Yopaj has to get out on his own, but he cannot. Be Boom Esports clearing out 4 of them, and this is the time where you go high ground.
Yeah, they take 3 heroes out, no buybacks. They could force a buyback of Skem. But at this point, what do you expect Skem to do? Like, if he man-fights Dreamcell eats right through. He's got the Abyssal, you do not. It's a hard point. You're relying on those crits landing every hit. And even then, that might not be enough.
That'll be your T3 tower gone.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Your mid-rank's going down as well. Very, very easy for Boom. And at this point, you really need that Divine to be up if you want to have a chance at these team fights, because even if you do get lucky with crits, it's not enough.
No.
You need to be able to one-hit people out of these team fights.
Yeah, that's the only play left. And because Skem did buy back, I mean, his Divine time is going to be compromised. He's not going to have buyback resettlements as well. So he is in the clear to just finish it up once the gold is there. That's just the next spike for them. And level 25 would be really good. I think in this case, I don't know if you want the damage over triple strike Stifling Dagger. I think the daggers are a safer bet to keep shoving out the waves, but if they feel the lack of damage, you're going to have that second spike coming up on top of the Divine as well.
Very true. Chance gonna be out. Oh, Yopaj has been caught by the Abyssal, but he gets 4 stuff down there, and another 4 stuff will get John Newell out as well, but Makoto is gonna clean up 1. Going back in after JG, Yopaj will start a team fight. Skem is also there. There goes Hyde. They're still trying Skem, but he's gonna be careful about that roar out from FBZ. And that might just be it. He has no buyback, and they've called it. GG is there, and Boom Esports take a very convincing 2-0 victory over Neon, while Game 2 was a lot closer. Boom Esports, they just looked too strong today.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely not a drafting issue. They fixed up their draft